welcome to our game show, How Smart Are You? I'm your host, Azrae Wynn, and today we have two new contestants who will try and win our amazing prizes, including a free trip to Atlantis Resort. So first I'm going to welcome Susie Bottombucker. Susie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, hi, my name is Susie Bottombucker, and I attend the University of Schools.
Thank you, Susie Bottombucker, and our next contestant is Jalen Rogers. Hello, Jalen. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, my name is Jalen Rogers. I am a registered nurse, and I currently own my own restaurant.
Thank you, Jalen. Now I'm going to have my assistant, Albany Hart, briefly go over the rules. Albany?
Okay, excuse my voice, I'm sorry, but the rules are simple. Okay, Azrae is going to ask you a question. The first one to buzz in gets to answer the question. If the answer is incorrect, the other person gets to steal or answer the question and take the points. Each question in the first round is worth 100 points. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin.
So what is soil erosion? Yes, Susie?
I'm going to go on a limb here and say it's soil that erodes.
Yes, that's true, but could you be a little bit more specific? Yes, Jalen.
Well, soil erosion is the removal of topsoil faster than the soil-forming processes can replace it, due to natural, animal, and human activity.
You are correct. That is plus 100 points. Susie, you need to catch up. Next question. As a result of soil erosion, what occurs? Yes, Jalen?
Oh man, I just forgot it.
Time's up. Susie, now's your time to make a steal.
Can I use a lifeline?
Sweetie, there are no lifelines.
Okay, I got it. Soil erosion results in land fertility and leads to desertification and devastating floods.
You are correct again, Ms. Rogers. The next question is, what percent of the world's topsoil was lost during 1950 to 1990?
I'm going to make a very educated guess and say that 20% of the world's topsoil was lost within the given time period.
Wow, man, she's on a roll. That's 300 she's in right there.
Oh, she doesn't know it all. Guess what? I'm smarter. Ha, ha, ha.
Now here's our last and final question before commercial. Susie, what does the letter erosion begin with?
Psst, I got this. It starts with an A. Erosion.
Well, that sound means that we're at the end of round one. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. We'll be back.
You tend to expect something to result. Board. Sweet smell of soil.
Have you ever wondered what causes soil erosion and contamination? I'm related to a baby, of course.
But first is the lack of protection against raindrop impact.
Splish, splash.
The long and steep slopes don't help this either. Don't forget the decreased infiltration of compaction and other sources.
That's enough about water erosion. Let's talk about mechanical erosion, shall we?
Yes, we shall. Simply the removal by harvest of our root crops and intelligent cultivation practices that tend to move the soil downslope plays a factor in soil erosion.
And last but not least, let's talk about wind erosion.
Let's think about the exposed surface soil during critical periods of the year, the occurrence of wind velocities that are sufficient to lift soil particles, and all the long, unsheltered, smooth soil surfaces are all going to lead to soil contamination as other soil is being added to the mix.
To be continued.
Welcome back to How Smart Are You? At the end of our first round, we have Miss Jalen in first place with 300 points. Unfortunately, Miss Susie is lagging with 0 points. Now, ladies, we are in round 2, and the points have gone up 200 points for each correct answer. Okay, shall we begin? All right. Soil erosion causes a number of negative effects in various places. Name a negative effect that deals with soil itself.
The loss of nutrient-rich topsoil.
That is correct. 200 points goes to Jalen. Name 2 of the 3 negative effects that soil erosion has on agriculture. Yes?
Silting up dams.
Correct.
And the contamination of drinking water.
Correct. Another 200 points goes to Miss Jalen. The last one was disruption of ecosystems. With soil erosion, generally, what 2 substances flow into water courses?
Sediments and...
5 seconds.
sediment and agricultural pollutants?
That is correct. 200 points to Susie. In terms of vegetation, what is the overall threat that soil erosion causes?
The soil's steady decrease or overall inability to sustain agriculture or vegetation.
Correct. Another acceptable answer would have been eroding fields. Soil erosion and contamination also causes issues with rivers. What is considered to be the main problem with rivers? Yes, Susie?
Their deterioration of river water quality.
Correctamundo. With this in mind, give the specific term used to describe the reason why this deterioration happens.
Soil erosion.
I'm sorry, but we're looking for another term.
Jalen?
Suspended load.
That is correct. Now, what is suspended load? Is it A, organic matter like manure, B, nitrogen and phosphorus mix from mineral fertilizers, C, an invasion of algae causing asphyxia, or D, all of the above?
All of the above?
That is correct.
Okay, you guys, that sound means we are at the end of round 2. But don't go anywhere, because when we come back, Jalen and Susie will go head-to-head in round 3.
Now back to the baby. Earlier we discovered that the baby did in fact make a whoopsie, but there's no need to fear because for every problem there is a solution to fix.
No longer will this unfortunate accident make a big mess.
Yes, we now have pull-ups. This by far helps the issue.
You know what else needs help? Soil erosion. And I'm not referring to the baby this time.
Soil erosion can be avoided by maintaining a protective cover on the soil, modifying the landscape to control runoff of mountain rates, and we can also just simply create a barrier to the erosive agent.
We can build terraces on hillsides, irrigation schemes to overcome droughts, plant more trees to bind the soil together and make windbreaks, and use fertilizers in overpopulated areas to make the soil more fertile.
It is so important that we use good farming techniques. We do not need a repeat of the Dust Bowl. So use contour plowing, crop rotation, and keep the soil rich in humus. We must match the supply of soil nutrients with nutrients demands of crop, fodder, and pasture plants.
By maintaining acceptable pest tolerance levels and physical soil properties that are conducive to plant growth and soil function, such as nutrient availability, this decreases and maintains low frequency and the intensity of tillage and soil erosion.
Welcome back to round 3 of How Smart Are You?
For this round, every answer that you answer correctly is worth 500 points.
And the winner gets a free trip to the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas.
OMG, the Disney movie?
No, this Atlantis Resort.
Anyway, let's get started. First question. What could possibly prevent the solution of vegetation covers for soil and contamination?
What is vegetation?
Sorry, but we asked the questions. Jalen, care to steal?
Vegetation covers are the ground flora that's provided by plants. Livestock, such as pigs, are known to dig into the soil, which could destroy vegetation and make soil weak, or cattle whose grazing could expose the topsoil to air and water pollutants.
Good job, Jalen.
I'm not finished. Also, the loss of fertility results in the loss of vegetation, which exposes the soil, causing it to be eroded and contaminated, which damages plants, and trees, which causes the loss of vegetation covers.
Correct, Jalen. That's 500 points.
Next question. Name 2 other preventions of solutions for soil erosion and contamination.
Destroying of dams, since dams do control the speed and amount of water flow, and without dams, erosion in soil of riverbanks can't be controlled. And also, clogs and polluted waterway, which causes damage to fresh water and destroys the solution of management of irrigation.
Correct, Jalen. You have 500 points. You're on a roll. Next question. How is farming a problem for solutions?
Pesticides and chemical fertilizers strip soil of its natural pH balance, as well as the soil's ability to replenish itself naturally, which leads to soil erosion.
That's correct. Great.
Wait. For example, farms use an excessive amount of nitrogen to increase productivity. Nitrogen is essential for plant growth, but too much of it results in nitrate pollution in crops, soil, and groundwater.
calm down. Good job, Jalen. That's 500 points.
Next question. Why is it important to care about soil erosion and contamination?
Contaminants in the soil can adversely impact the health of animals and humans when they ingest, inhale, or touch contaminated soil, or when they eat plants or animals that have themselves been infected by soil contamination. Also, soil is a non-renewable resource, so it's important to take good care of it so that it doesn't damage ecosystems and cause life to be endangered.
Very good, Jalen. Once again, you earned 500 points.
All right, ladies, it's time for the bonus question, which is worth 1,000 points.
Now name one fact that you have learned or you know about soil erosion.
Soil is contaminated with over 100-odd pesticides that damage the immune systems, causing cancer, multiple birth defects, and gene mutation in both humans and animals.
Topsoil is the most productive soil layer. And an average soil sample is 45% of minerals, 25% of water, and 25% of air, and 5% of organic matter.
Now she chooses to be smart.
I know, right? Congratulations, it's 1,000 points for the both of you. Now it's time to announce our winner. Drum roll, please.
The winner for the trip to Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas is Jalen. Congrats.
Oh, gee, yay, thank you. 300, bang, bang, oh, block.
Cheaters have the right answers.
Here's your bill for the trip. It's already planned. Have fun.
This is over $5,000?
No,
I thought it was free.
We never said it was free.
That's it for How Smart Are You?
See you next time.